Jackson 360, your platform partner, your hustling homie. All about making things happen, addicted to action. And today is Sunday. This is a preparation day to get yourself prepared for a week during Capricorn season when you're about to take your whole life and your goals and your status to a whole new echelon. Astro. Yes, this is Astro Sunday. So I want to talk with you specifically about how you can use negative energy to take your life to the next level. Your goals. And this is a video that's a little more esoteric. I'm going to tell you some stuff that they didn't teach you in school, but they should have taught you. Because a lot of us, we have a bad, first of all, negative energy is something that's going to come in your life regardless, right? The world is full of positive and negative energy. Unfortunately, a lot of us have not been taught and trained on how to use it. And I was one of them. I didn't understand what negative energy, like how to use it. And I would kind of get hit by certain waves and I would run away from it. After I'm done with this video, my goal is to help you embrace negativity and not just embrace it, but use it as a tool that's going to help you fuel and ignite your inner dynamite so that you can be more motivated and more consistent in your efforts. Because we know consistency is key when you want to create anything, building a new brand, whatever. If you do it enough times over and over again with enough passion, you will make some things come into manifestation. Okay. So first and foremost, negativity, you've been lied to about even what it is. Most people have a misconception. When we think about negativity, we think about good or bad. We think, oh, negative is bad, or low vibration, that's bad. I don't want to be around somebody with a low vibration. They too negative, and positive is good. High vibration is good. Let me tell you, Shakespeare said this very well. In this universe, there is no good. There is no bad. It's just your thinking makes it so. Right? There's just situations, and one situation, what may be good, you apply it in a different situation, it may not be good. So let go of, when you're thinking about negative energy and what it is, don't think of it being good or bad. Think of it like positive energy is just energy that you're forcing information out. Think of it like it's light. It's light, it's shining, it's information. You're going out, you're trying to be enlightened. You're getting more energy that you're giving out. Negative energy is really, think of it more like it's a receiving energy. This is when you're receiving something, you're attracting something to you. Okay, this is what I want you to think about. Now, a perfect example when we're talking about positive versus negative is think about a battery. If you have a AA battery or any type of battery, you'll notice there's a positive on one end, there's a negative on the other end. And you need both of those. You need the positive in addition to the negative if you want to create a charge. If you get two positives together, you're not going to get any juice from that battery. You've never seen a battery in your car, and anywhere in your life where it was two positives and you got a charge. It doesn't work like that. And think about it in your life. Like, have you ever been in a situation where you had a good idea? You went out and you start talking to your friend and you say, man, I got this amazing idea, something I want to do. And that person was like, man, that is a good idea. That's dope. Man, you should do this, or that. And so now you guys are building all this positive energy and you building. And then after you build and you build with somebody else, the next thing you know, a week later, you still don't have any results. This happens all the time. Right? People talk, even though you're around positive people, you're talking, but people aren't getting results. Why? Because they're not understanding how to use negativity as a tool. Okay? In fact, when you put information out, it can hurt it. I want you to think about this, right? Think of your mind like a piece of technology. Okay? And what happens is when you get a good idea, sometimes, I talk about this in my book, Shut Up and Hustle. Sometimes one of the best things you can do is don't tell anybody. Because what happens is when you keep quiet and you're letting it build up in your mind and you're working on it, that anticipation of you want to surprise and tell people, like if you wait to make the announcement till after you got some results, what's going to happen is you're going to build it up. It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like a cloud, so now your cloud is getting bigger. And so by the time you put it out and show the world, guess what? They can't deny it because you already got results. Because if you do it the other way, like most people do, is they talk and they try to get around positive information. They try to get around people that want to tell them what to do, how to do it too early. And you might be a person that just needs to make that energy happen. You get around somebody who's too logical, and they're going to tell you all of the reasons on why it can't happen. But they're going to do it in a positive way that's really making you feel like you can't do it. If that makes sense. Because now y'all too logical. Negativity is also, again, this is you going within. This is the darkness. It's negativity. So this is using your imagination. And I want you to understand we're in a realm where your imagination is more powerful than your knowledge. Your imagination is the only thing that you have that's unlimited. Your knowledge is limited. Your imagination isn't. And we living in the day and age where if you think something and you got whatever the craziest idea, if you believe it strong enough, will enough, and you know how to properly use the energy, you can manifest that. Okay. And you can do it a lot of different ways. You can manifest through sex. You can manifest through many different ways, right? Through just hard work. But I'm going to show you some ways. We're going to talk some specifics about negative energy on why it's so, how you want to start looking at this. I just want to paint the concept before I start going into the details, because a lot of people don't even understand. They have a bad concept of what being negative even is. So I got to help you redefine how you view what negative is so we can even build. So also with negativity, you ever think about why is it that some people that reach very high levels of success, they usually hit a low point, very low, right before they reach that very high point? You ever see some people that go to jail or they get into some sort of bad negative situation? They lose a house, lose a home, lose a family member. They're at their lowest point. They say it's always darkest before dawn. And right when they hit that rock bottom, they shoot up and they never come back down. They shoot up to a whole new level. And see, that's because, and why is it that they needed such a quote unquote negative situation to get them on such a high pedestal? How did that work? Right? This is because sometimes negative energy, again, is like that battery. You need that negative and that positive to create that spark. So if you're a very positive person, positive situations, that's why a lot of people who are living a good life, getting a good income and a good, happy situation that's comfortable, they become stagnant. They become stagnant because everything is so good and so comfortable. They don't have anything that's sparking them and lighting that fire to make them bounce up to the next level. So sometimes look at negative energy like a basketball. Like the harder that ball goes down, the higher it's going to come up in the air. So you got to think about that, right? So if God is pushing you down or you being pushed down with negativity, sometimes if you want to embrace this and realize that you're about to really skyrocket and go to a whole nother echelon. So negativity can be used for a tool if you perceive that. Also think about this, like people who are stars or celebrities, all they're doing is attracting a lot of attention, right? And attention is energy. The more people that are looking at you, they're giving you energy. So think about it like this. If you want to create more money or more success, you want to become energy rich. You want to be rich and filled with energy. This is the energy that helps you be able to break through when you feel like breaking down. Make you to go consistently through your problems, overcoming your obstacles. So with doing this, many times, if you want to be able to come up from the bottom, what they say, stay down until you come up, is what they say. So this is why you have to go through, you have to know how to generate a lot of energy, because currency, money is currency. That's just you attracting a lot of energy to you. You want to attract more money, you got to attract that energy to you. So most of the time, think of success like a wave, like you're sitting in this pond of water. If you want a bunch of currents to come to you, a bunch of currency, a bunch of money to come into you, then you need to lift up the wave. You need to make a ripple. And the bigger you make the ripple, the more attention and energy. That's why they say a lot of times, if you want $1 million, God's going to deliver $1 million situation to you first to see if you can handle it. So a lot of us are just failing the test because we expecting to get the result first, but we can't even handle the things that come with the result, the lifestyle that comes with the success, that comes with the money or whatever it is that you're looking to manifest. And so we got to realize that some of those things that come with the result may come in the form of what we perceive as negativity. For example, if you're in sales, I've done a lot of sales in the past. When you're selling something, the best salespeople go through a lot of rejection. Rejection could be looked at as a negative thing because most people run away from it. But remember, every time you get rejected, this is like somebody sending you a negative energy that's jolting your battery. So the more that you get more negative and negative, whether you know it or not, you're charging yourself up. And so now you're building up your currency, you're building up your energy, because when you talk to 100 people that rejected you, think about it. If you want to be the president of the United States, you can have 49% of the entire country reject you and you become the president. So put yourself in a position to get rejected more, to receive more things that are going to kind of put you down, and you will see yourself skyrocket, especially if you truly believe in what you're doing. The key is to be consistent. The problem, most people, once they start getting negativity, they quit, and then the energy fizzles out. Or they looking for somebody just to give them some positive energy too often, and too much of positive. Again, there's nothing wrong with positive or negative, but too much of the same energy is going to keep you stagnant. Stagnation, procrastination, no elevation. You understand what I'm saying? No building your nation. That's not what we want. It's like, that's not good. That's not a good thing. So it can lead to frustration. Now let's talk about that. That's a negative thing. So frustration, most people view frustration, being frustrated, as negative. Now let's talk about what is it to be frustrated. All of us feel frustration at some point. In fact, we all are going to feel pain. You're going to feel the pain of either being disciplined because you're consistently, doing whatever you got to do, or you're going to feel the pain of having regret because you didn't do it, and now 20 years later you're in the same situation or worse. So you got to embrace pain, and one of those pains is going to be the pain of frustration. Now, let's talk about frustration. Frustration is a sign. I want you to understand this. Most people, when they get frustrated, they quit. They give up. Let's say you're trying to solve a problem. When I was writing my book, I got another book in this series, there were many times where I got frustrated. Building businesses and no one wanted to support me. Family members not supporting. No one supporting, not paying rent. It's very frustrating. You just quit. No, I'm done with this. But whenever you get a relationship with someone and it just seems like, it just gets frustrating at times to try to get them to do what you want them to do. Let me tell you something about frustration in the brain and how in the body. We're talking about energy here. Frustration is a feeling that you feel in your body. It's not just a mental thing. It's a feeling. People that get frustrated, they almost get tired. It almost makes, because it's like your body is stagnant. It's like, it's like you could feel it in your gut. Like, you know what? And what that really means is it's a sign from your brain and from your spirit saying you are actually close to the answer. That's what frustration is. It's saying, I know the answer, but I just ain't quite figured it out yet. But I know it. I'm getting close. But damn, And so most people quit. When you get frustrated like that, let me tell you, you have to walk away. Think of your brain, think of your spirit like a computer, a piece of technology. You have to reset. If your computer is stagnant or your phone and it's moving slow, you must cut that. What you do? You cut the phone off. Boop, power off. Let it go off for 30 seconds. Cut that boy back on. Like, cut it back on. When it cuts back on, now you will see that it's moving faster. The same thing with frustration. When you're frustrated, you can't figure it out, reset. Cut yourself off from the information. Walk away. Go to sleep. Don't think about it. I do this when I'm making songs all the time. I make a lot of songs. If you follow my songs too, Dr. Jackson 360 on all of the platforms, streaming platforms. I make my songs like this all the time, where in the middle of me making a song, I'm like, damn, I don't know what my next line should be. Where should I take this song in the middle of the track? You know what I do? I just get up. I walk out the studio. I just go for a walk. And I come back, and maybe an hour later, maybe a day later, with a fresh brain, boom, the answer comes to me immediately. Same thing that you all will experience. Sometimes when you're frustrated, just go for a walk, leave. Don't think about it at all. Because the more that you think about it, it's like you just more and more worry, more and more pressure. Walk away. Now, speaking of that whole walking away, we're living in a country where Americans, too many of us are way too lazy, and y'all need to stop it. Let me tell you something. Walking is your friend. All right. Moving around is your friend. That's one of the biggest problems that we're facing in America. There's more people, more children that will die in these next few generations that will not live to the age of their parents simply because they're not moving around enough. They're not getting enough daily exercise. So walking is critical. And I mean, I've seen people, they pay for Uber pools. They pay for the discount Uber and they mad they got to walk a block to the corner to get into the pool and you didn't pay the price. Look, you got immigrants coming to this country that are crushing it because simply they're willing to do a little bit extra more than some other people. You get embrace walking, not just for your success, but for your health. All right. Walk around, move around. Walking is the one thing that human beings have that's the advantage over all other animals is we can walk on our two legs for very long distances. That's the one thing we have an advantage of every other two-legged creatures that we can do naturally. And we don't like to do it. Why? You know what I'm saying? So walk, man. Walk it out. What's that? Walk it out. Yeah, he said walk it out. All right, let's get back to it. So we talked a little bit about frustration. I want to talk to you about another thing that's negative that y'all may not think is negative, but it's a negative. So you gotta flow with me because we talking esoteric. This is not for the everyday, average, regular, degular conversation. So negativity are also women, females, the female species. That's also a form of negativity. All right. Now, when I say women are a form of negativity, again, I'm not saying bad. I'm not saying they're bad people. I mean, negativity and positivity is not about good or bad. It's all about, is energy being pushed out or is it being received? So women are natural magnets. They're magnetic, right? Our human bodies, they're made of over 60% water. Women have even more water in their body. And the more some water substance that something is, the more that it attracts energy. Water is an attractive thing, right? So with women, they have the ability to manifest things faster. So you have to be really careful about the type of women that you have in your in your circle of people, because the type of women that are in your circle, whether they're your friends, family, co-workers, somebody that you're sleeping with, whatever, those type of women, depending on the energy on where they're at in their mind, like their energy, not what they say, but they real energy. If they really happy, if they really are living a certain life, you will begin to see that those women, because they are natural, they are walking vibrations, they're walking universes, you will see those women will begin to manifest a lot of circumstances in your life. You will see this, all right? And I've seen this plenty of times. It blew my mind when I really started paying attention to it. You know, I said this on a live about a week or two ago. You know, I've had situations where when I was struggling, I can recall having 2 or 3 women in my life that were all kind of going through homelessness at one point. Like they were losing their homes for whatever reasons, you know, whether it be a landlord or just something really chaotic. And I noticed that when I had all these women that were experiencing like this negativity and they were going through so much pain, then in my life, it was kind of manifesting in my life too. And then I noticed when I started like building and like helping these women and helping other groups of women, I was around other women that were really becoming more prosperous. My life became more prosperous. And it's something to understand the energy signature of a woman. So if you want to create more success, get around women that are making things happen, and not just making it happen, but are magnifying, because they're going to magnify whatever results that you want. They're going to help you bring it to you times 10. Okay. Trust me. Don't sleep on that. Women are receivers. They're very powerful. So we want to pour good, positive love into them. And you want to surround yourself by positive women, because whatever the level that the women are on, that's what you're going to start seeing manifesting in your life. So that's very important when we start talking about positivity and negativity. Okay. Now let's talk about another, and it's the same thing, right? Negativity. We're talking about negativity. So another form of negativity that's a misconception is negativity is also darkness, black. If you think about blackness, darkness, a void of space, that's also another form of negativity. This is like your imagination. Your imagination is when you close your eyes. This is negative. Like if you look at the yin yang symbol, you got white and then you got dark. You got the white and the dark, right? It's not that the dark is bad or the white is good. It's just you got negative and positive. You need both of them. It's a duality. And so you want to understand that darkness, you want to embrace darkness. You want to embrace, again, negativity, which is your imagination. You want to embrace that empty space, because a lot of people don't know. I'm going to tell you some real shit, right? Sometimes the biggest mistakes people can make is they don't say no, right? And they think that they're going to be negative if they tell somebody no. Let me tell you something. The best thing you could do is tell a motherfucker no nowadays. Because so many other people that's trying to sell you on shit, they are lost on some shit that they trying to sell you on. And so you'll be lost trying to chase them, trying to do what they're doing. And all you had to do was say no and embrace it. And you get to know you more about yourself the more you tell other people no. And you get to know how they really feel about you when you tell them no. Because then you're going to see if they're really your friend or they were your people or not. You know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to tell people no. Don't be afraid to tell somebody no. But also I want you to understand that like positivity could be a great thing. You just want to use this stuff like a tool. So understand most people, their positivity is going to come into the form of a bunch of knowledge. Or even negativity may come in from the form of a bunch of knowledge. And a lot of people say knowledge is power, which it can be. It's really just potential power, all right? How you use it is where the power is at, not the knowledge itself. It's how you apply it. But I want you to understand with information and with knowledge, some stuff that you can know can also enslave you. It can hurt you. So you got to be careful. You're not meant to be aware of everything. Okay. Some things can overload your brain, right? You're supposed to have we want to be focused and use things that are important that we can use for the moment to have certain experiences and then keep experiencing new things. Sometimes people that have too much information can be people that are trapped. This is where a lot of procrastination comes in at. Think about it. People who procrastinate the most, a lot of times are very smart people. People that procrastinate the most are highly intelligent. Where they lack is they have low self-esteem. Usually they want everything to be perfect. They want all of the circumstances and situations to be perfect before they take action. And that comes a lot of times because they have too much information. They're so smart. They believe that they've been caught up into how other people succeeded. Oh, look at how this works. I taught that there's only one way to win, and you got to have these elements. So if their expectations don't meet, if their results don't meet the expectations they have in their mind, then they don't move forward. So again, this is a perfect example of information overload, right? Too much paralysis of analysis. You're thinking too hard, basically. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to get it right. You ain't got to get it going. Just put your mission in motion and everything's going to start flowing and growing. You already knowing you're going to get with it or get going. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just joking now. Hey, but for real, negativity is a very powerful thing because when you go negative, that's again, it could be you going within into the darkness and you just and you not having the light. You not having the results of what other people did. And now you find a void in a new way in your spirit to be able to approach a situation. And that's where your godlike power is coming in at, is when you find a new way within yourself because you're following your own light. You got your own light. See, that's what your light comes from, you going within. When you close your eyes going into your negative, which is your void, and not worrying about what everybody else is doing, when you go within, you charge up, you get enlightened from within, and now you are bright like a light. Now everybody's seeing you and they want to follow you because now you got the juice. So this is the power of meditation, the power of negativity. And negativity is very attractive. I want you to understand that. It's a magnetic force. Negativity is not about good or bad. Negativity is about it's a receiving energy. It receives. Think about black, the color black. Put on a black t-shirt. You go outside in the summertime. The person with the black t-shirt is going to be the hottest person there. Why? Because the color black attracts more heat and light than a person with a white shirt. Okay? So black attracts. Black is magnetic. Negative. Okay? Just like the feminine energy is the attractive, the magnetic energy. You want to tap into it. Now, even if you're a man, you can still tap into that negative. You can still tap into that feminine energy, or should I say that magnetic energy. First of all, we just have to reevaluate how we perceive this stuff because you've been lied to. People trying to tell you what it is and it ain't even that. And I'm going to tell you this. What it probably was, you got to keep this in mind. What was true yesterday may not be true today because we constantly moving. And so we in different spaces and different times. So what may apply and may be a good idea on a Saturday night may not be a good idea on a Sunday night. You feel me? Because the next day you got to go to work. You feel what I'm saying? And this is a new day and age that we're in. So in the past, some of the things I'm saying may not been a good thing to do. But right now, it's absolutely the best thing to do because of the time we in. So you got to stay current. Again, the more that you're current, the more that you can get more currency by raising your energy. And part of raising your energy is you knowing how to embrace and use positive and negative energy as a tool for you to grow. All right, so I can go in with more of this, guys, but I gave you some real deep game. A lot of people need to watch this video again. And if you want to see more videos like this, follow me on YouTube. I got the Dr. Jackson 360 page. Follow that. Also, we have a page called Shut Up and Hustle. Shut Up and Hustle. You can look that up on YouTube. It's a brand new page, so we're really trying to grow our following there. But I'm gonna be posting a lot of the videos there as well. So we want to do daily videos. Also, I got the show Shut Up and Hustle that y'all can, where we interview the top hustlers and how they think and how they make moves. So tune to those. We got a lot of content coming out, a lot of contests that we're going to be doing. Shut Up and Hustle University is super lit. We lit. Yeah. All right. So we're going to make some things happen. Make sure y'all get this book too. Put a link in the description, drjackson360.com. Is where you can get that. This is the first book. This is part 1 of the book series. And take things to the next level, man. That's what it's about. Again, I am Jackson 360, all about making things happen. Addicted to action. Yeah, and I am the captain. Crunch when it comes to doing a bunch. I'm just rhyming. But no, I am your platform partner and your hustling homie. And yeah, I want to see you on the top, man. So if you are that person that you may started late in life, you may have had to start over, or you may be started from the bottom and now you're here where you may be a hustler, and I am your hustling homie. So I'm going to see y'all on the other side. Peace.